New 2024 Kia Niro gets minor changes and small price increase. 2024 Kia Niro MSRP range $26,840 to $35,240. The Kia Niro is a great all-around option for anyone wanting an efficient, compact crossover. Acceleration is lackluster, but the Niro gains back points with its helpful driving aids, smooth ride quality, and value for the money. Kia's stylish hybrid crossover hatchback mashup, the 2024 Kia Niro, occupies a unique niche. It's tidy in length, a bit shorter than the average canoe, but versatile, with ample cargo space and about the same rear seat legroom as the larger Honda CR-V. It's also wildly fuel efficient, delivering up to 53 miles per gallon combined. That's just a few mpg shy of the Toyota Prius, a longer, but smaller inside, liftback design. The Niro's impressive efficiency comes at the expense of power, though. The Niro's wheezy four-cylinder makes just 139 horsepower. Still, utility and efficiency give the Niro a unique edge among small crossovers. Now in its second year of its second generation, the Niro has shaken off its former cuteness and Kia's insistence that it wasn't a hatchback, but really an SUV, despite no all-wheel drive, or elevated ride, or significant cargo advantages. Crossover is a more apt description. The Niro crosses stylish hatch design with SUV cabin height. Despite smaller proportions, the Niro offers more headroom than the larger Honda CR-V or even its Kia Sportage family relation. For cargo space, the Niro splits the difference between two Toyotas, smaller than the Prius by 1 cubic foot, but just more than 1 cubic foot larger than the Corolla Cross Hybrid. But it's the Niro's efficiency that truly impresses, between 49 and 53 miles per gallon combined, depending on trim. Its unique design and fuel-thrifty ways really make the Niro a class of one. Well, two now that the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid is here. This crossover version of the Corolla gets up to 42 miles per gallon, but adds all-wheel drive. Another Toyota, the Prius, still reigns supreme with a max 57 miles per gallon. Its liftback/trunk design isn't quite as versatile as the Niro's traditional hatch body style, but it offers slightly more cargo space. The Honda CR-V Hybrid delivers 40 miles per gallon combined and nearly twice the cargo space, but it's also nearly a foot longer than the Niro and costs several $1,000s more. The Niro is poised and easygoing at low speeds, but it's less endearing when you need a burst of speed. Considering the Toyota Prius' newly improved performance credentials, the Niro's athleticism is now subpar. At our test track, the Niro accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.7 seconds. That's slow for a modern hybrid, and it feels that way on the road too. Beyond the lackluster acceleration, the Niro also comes up short in athleticism. Make some quick direction changes, and the Niro's chassis gets very unsettled. It feels flexible and unsturdy. There's minimal feedback coming through the steering wheel, though the light weighting feels appropriate for this type of vehicle. The Niro is clearly much more at home in an urban environment. The Niro has impressive road manners, with a quiet cabin that only gets noisy under hard acceleration. At city speeds, it's extremely pleasant. Similarly, the suspension is tuned to keep things cushy over bumps in the road. The Niro is nice and relaxing for a commute home. The seats are supportive and easy to adjust, but they feel slightly too firm. A bit more padding would go a long way to make long-distance driving more comfortable. Standard dual-zone climate control is a great feature to have, and the system worked effectively in our testing. The optional ventilation for the front seats is a nice add-on. Kia put in the effort to make the Niro feel fresh and fun even at its affordable price point. The latest generation has much more personality than its predecessor, with a lively design full of angles and patterns. Every control is right in front of the driver and easy to access with a quick input. The switchable touch bar that controls both the audio and climate settings can be finicky to adjust and forces the driver to look away from the road when doing so. The center touch screen, on the other hand, is higher on the dash and pretty easy to reach. Considering the Niro's small overall size, the interior is generously roomy. The driving position is upright, and the view is great out of the front. The rear roof pillar can create a blind spot, but it's not too bad. Passenger space is better in the Niro than in the Prius, and the non-tapering roofline means that headroom doesn't suffer. Kia's tech is clean-looking and easy to use, but it suffers from a few things that age it. Smartphone integration is not wireless if you get the bigger touchscreen, and the data port is the older USB-A type instead of the newer USB-C. This means that a new iPhone's cord, for example, won't work out of the box. On the upside, the available Harman Kardon audio system sounds pretty solid considering the car's price. The twin-screen housing for the digital instrument panel and 10.25-inch center touch screen looks slick and premium. The infotainment system is generally easy to use, but the onboard navigation system is plagued by too many menus just to input a destination. Using Google Maps and Apple CarPlay is still the preferred way to get to a destination. The Niro's onboard voice controls don't do enough to add to the experience in any meaningful way. Kia's Highway Driving Assist is one of the best in the game. It's active but never intrusive with daily driving. The stop-and-go cruise control feature is well calibrated, with the car hitting the brakes with plenty of time. It's also easy to activate. This little hatchback can hold a surprising amount of your stuff. The 22.8 cubic foot cargo area is wide and easy to access, and the multi-level loading floor is extra convenient for adding items. The rear seats split in a 60-40 configuration and fold down almost completely flat, so you can fit long objects as well. The Niro's door pockets are a bit too small, but the center console is big enough to handle most of your everyday things. Got small children? Accessing the anchor points for car seats in the rear is easy. However, the Niro's smallish door openings and low height might be a challenge when loading little ones into the car. On our real-world test route, the Kia Niro achieved 47.7 miles per gallon. We expected a little more considering the Niro's EPA estimate of 49 miles per gallon in combined driving. On the same route, the Toyota Prius got 50 miles per gallon. The Niro is still a very fuel-efficient crossover, just less so than its main competitor. For the money, the Niro offers great efficiency and a solid list of features. We'd prefer less plastic in the interior and increase the use of premium materials, but our test car's build quality felt solid. A comparably equipped Toyota Prius costs the same money, making neither car a slam-dunk value over the other. Kia's 10-year per 100,000-mile powertrain warranty remains one of the best in the industry. That makes the Niro a more compelling sell, along with its 5-year/60,000-mile basic warranty. The Niro's biggest wild card is that it truly does stand out from the crowd. The design is fun and forward-thinking, which are two qualities that some hybrids just don't have. This Kia won't dazzle you on a canyon road, but it's a total charmer in this city, and that's where it counts the most. The base LX is a fine choice if your priority is the most for the least. It's packed with great features and goes beyond basic transportation. But if you can stretch, we recommend the EX. For a few thousand more, you get the larger 10.25-inch central touchscreen, navigation, synthetic leather upholstery, and adaptive cruise control. A wireless phone charger also comes standard, although Apple CarPlay and Android Auto revert back to a wired connection. It's an annoying concession that Kia should have figured out sooner, but we wouldn't let it break the deal. The 2024 Kia Niro Hybrid is a small SUV available in 5 trim levels: LX, EX, EX Touring, SX, and SX Touring. Every Niro comes with a 4-cylinder hybrid electric powertrain good for 139 horsepower and 195 lb-ft of torque. That power is sent to the front wheels through a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Feature highlights for the Niro include LX. The base Niro hybrid model starts you off with 16-inch alloy wheels, automatic high beams, keyless entry, 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 6-speaker audio system, 5 USB ports, dual-zone automatic climate control, cloth upholstery. All Niro models come with these advanced driver assist features. Forward collision warning with automatic